As the day begins to softly fade, it's time to gently ease into a peaceful night's rest. Find a position that feels completely comfortable wherever you are. Let your shoulders soften, your breath deepen, and allow a quiet sense of calm to settle over you. This is your time to simply listen, to drift, and to let your mind wander through the calm, quiet corners of the Federation. No need to do anything, just be. Let go of any thoughts or tasks still lingering and simply allow yourself to be present. Tonight, we're taking a slow, tranquil journey aboard a very familiar starship. Imagine the gentle thrum of its warp core, a distant, comforting whisper of power far below your deck. The ship itself breathes around you, a living vessel sailing through the silent expanse of space, carrying its crew gently through the stars. You find yourself standing in a softly lit corridor, one of the many quiet arteries of the USS Enterprise. The air is still, with only the faintest circulation of recycled air. The lights here are dimmed, a respectful nod to the sleeping hours, casting long, peaceful shadows down the polished floor. Smooth, cool panels line the walls, reflecting the soft glow, and the occasional soft light from an Alcove's display indicates a system silently monitoring the ship's vital signs. The subtle hum of the ship's internal systems is a lullaby, a constant, comforting presence. Ahead, the corridor stretches into a quiet curve, disappearing gently into the distance, inviting you to simply be present in this moment, held safe within the heart of a starship. Feel the solid deck beneath your feet, a gentle vibration hinting at the journey through the cosmos. All is calm, all is well. The gentle hum of the ship's systems becomes a lullaby, a constant, reassuring presence. You find yourself drifting slowly, as if guided by an unseen current, through a softly lit corridor of the USS Enterprise. The bulkheads glow faintly with ambient light, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch and recede with the ship's subtle movements. Alcov's panels, usually vibrant with data, now display only essential, dimmed readouts, a quiet dance of soft blues and greens against the dark, reflecting the ship's serene state. There is no rush here, no urgent mission. Only the quiet thrum of a starship at rest, journeying through the vastness, its purpose temporarily suspended in peaceful slumber. The air is still, carrying a faint, clean scent, a mix of recycled oxygen, and the subtle, unique aroma of advanced technology. Perhaps a hint of ozonated air from a nearby replicator. Your awareness of your body softens, as if your form too is gently swaying with the ship. Ahead, a window offers a glimpse of the ink-high blackness of space, occasionally punctuated by the distant sparkle of nebulae, like cosmic dust motes caught in starlight. The warp core's distant thrum vibrates gently through the deck, a deep, resonant tone that speaks of incredible power held in perfect, peaceful balance, a silent guardian of your journey. Notice the quiet details. The polished glint of a discarded pad resting on a nearby console, its screen dark and unlit, awaiting the dawn. Or the subtle curve of the corridor walls, designed for both efficiency and comfort, now softened by the low light. Every element of this starship, from the smallest panel to the grandest view of the cosmos, is part of a singular, harmonious design. Allow yourself to be enveloped by this quiet journey, this slow drift through a sleeping vessel, the gentle hum, the dim lights, the soft embrace of the ship's quiet strength surrounds you. All is calm. All is well. The ship continues its silent voyage through the velvet dark of space. The gentle hum of the warp core, a lullaby woven into the very structure of the vessel, guides your awareness deeper into this peaceful night. You find yourself drifting, as if weightless, through a softly lit corridor. The walls, usually bustling with activity, now reflect only the dim, reassuring glow of the emergency lighting strips along the floor. Here and there, an Alcove's panel emits a faint, cool blue light, displaying only essential, non-urgent information. No footsteps echo, no voices carry. Just the distant, steady pulse of the ship, a living entity breathing quietly around you. The corridor gently curves, leading you toward a familiar, yet now transformed, space. The entrance to 10 Forward, usually a vibrant hub of conversation and laughter, stands open and inviting in its stillness. Beyond the entryway, the main lounge area is bathed in a profound twilight. The panoramic windows, usually showcasing swirling nebulae or distant stars, now present a canvas of deep, empty space, reflecting the faint interior lights like scattered diamonds. The soft glow from the bar, still active enough to cast a warm, golden pool onto the polished floor, beckons gently. A single, small replicator light blinks rhythmically, a tiny, comforting beacon in the quiet expanse. All the chairs are neatly tucked in, waiting patiently for the morning's first crew members. This is 10 Forward after hours, a sanctuary of peace, where even the stars seem to slow their dance just for this moment of quiet. The air itself feels soft, carrying only the faintest whisper of recycled atmosphere. The air itself feels soft, carrying only the faintest whisper of recycled atmosphere. It's a gentle breath, almost imperceptible, that circulates through the large, empty space of 10 Forward. The main view screen, usually a vibrant window to distant nebulae or a bustling space dock, now displays a deep, ink-high blackness, punctuated by the silent, slow drift of a few distant stars. Their light is so faint, it barely disturbs the dim, warm illumination within the lounge. Each distant point of light twinkles with an ancient, untroubled patience. A low, steady thrum resonates softly from the deck plates, the distant song of the warp core, a lullaby of technology working in harmony. It's a sound so familiar to those who live aboard a starship. It becomes a part of the quiet, an assurance of constant, peaceful motion through the vast, silent void. The polished surfaces of the bar counter reflect the soft, warm glow from the recessed lights in the ceiling, creating long, stretching shadows that dance gently with the ship's subtle, almost imperceptible movements. Empty glasses, meticulously arranged, catch and refract these dim lights, turning them into tiny, silent jewels on the dark, gleaming wood. Subtle hum of ship further back, in one of the private alcoves. A discarded pad rests on a small, round table. Its screen is dark, but a faint, residual warmth lingers on its surface, a memory of recent use, a last thought left to rest. The deep blue cushions on the banquette are slightly indented, hinting at a visitor who recently found comfort there, perhaps reading a calming story or simply watching the stars before sleep gently called. This quiet corner holds a sense of serene stillness, a space patiently awaiting the next gentle morning light. Content in its slumber, the quiet corner had truly settled into its deep peace. The gentle hum of the ship, now a soft, continuous lullaby. As you slowly drift from this spot, the faint shimmer of distant stars begins to recede, replaced by the familiar, comforting glow of the ship's internal lighting. Subtle ship hum continues. The corridor ahead is softly illuminated, its polished floor reflecting the warm, low light in a long, unbroken path. There's no hurry here, no urgency in the late hours of the vessel. The air is still, carrying only the faintest scent of recycled oxygen, clean and neutral, a subtle whisper of the technological life support that cradles you. You might notice the subtle, rhythmic pulse of an unseen system, a gentle thrumming that speaks of the ship's steadfast journey through the void, a constant, reassuring presence. Occasionally, a soft, muted chime sounds from a distant panel, a whisper of information being processed, barely disturbing the profound quiet. Along the corridor walls, the familiar Elcar's panels glow with a soft, warm amber or cool blue, displaying data streams that flow with unhurried grace. They are like sleeping giants, their complex functions momentarily at rest, their vibrant energy tempered for the night. Each panel is a window into the ship's quiet operations, a testament to the order and precision that guides this vessel through the vastness, a gentle sentinel watching over the sleeping crew. The path ahead stretches out, inviting a gentle, unhurried progression. You might imagine a lone crew member, perhaps on a late-night check, moving with quiet reverence through these hushed passages. Their footsteps would be soft, almost imperceptible, a respectful acknowledgement of the ship's slumber. The light from a distant section of the corridor casts long, soft shadows that stretch and recede with each subtle shift of the ship. This gentle movement, this unhurried journey through the ship's sleeping heart, is a rhythm that soothes, a quiet affirmation of safety and peace, easing you further into rest. Distant, soft chimes. Gentle ship hum. The quiet hum of the Enterprise continues. A constant, gentle lullaby. Your footsteps, if you were to walk, would barely echo on the soft deck plating. The corridor walls, usually bustling with activity, now reflect only the dim, reassuring glow of emergency lighting. No one rushes, no urgent voices carry through the conduits. It's a time for the ship to rest, and for those aboard to find their own stillness. You drift past a series of closed turbolift doors. Their indicator lights a soft, steady green. Each one represents a silent ascent or descent to another quiet corner of this vessel. Perhaps to an officer's quarters, where a book lays open on a bedside table, or to a tucked-away botanical lab, where exotic alien plants sleep under a specialized, gentle spectrum of light. The ship breathes around you, a massive, living entity settling into its nocturnal rhythm. The atmosphere shifts subtly as you approach a wide, arched entrance. Beyond it, the muted light of an observation lounge invites a moment of contemplation. Large panoramic windows reveal the silent, star-dusted canvas of deep space, vast and tranquil. Nebulae drift like painted clouds, their colors softened by the distance, and the occasional distant star twinkles with an ancient, unwavering light. Here, in the quiet embrace of the cosmos, the ship's journey feels infinite, peaceful, and utterly safe. Soft, distant warp core hum. Occasional faint starship creak. The gentle thrum of the warp core continues its lullaby. A constant, comforting presence that resonates through the deck plating beneath your feet, or the cushion beneath your head. It's a sound that promises steady progress across the vast, starlit ocean without a ripple of concern. As the ship glides through the inky blackness, soft light from an Elcar's panel spills into a quiet corridor, painting the floor in shades of cerulean and gold. The air is still, carrying only the faintest whisper of recycled air, clean and cool. You pass by several doors, each one a silent promise of rest, or perhaps a deep, focused contemplation. No hurried footsteps echo here. No urgent voices break the calm. The corridor curves gently, leading towards a panoramic view of the cosmos, a vast window that acts as a natural, ever-changing tapestry of distant nebulae and glittering stars. The soft glow of a distant nebula paints the edge of the glass in hues of lavender and silver, swirling slowly as the ship moves. It's a silent, cosmic dance, one that invites your gaze to linger, to expand your sense of time and space. Beyond the glass, the stars twinkle with an ancient, patient light, each one a universe of its own, far removed from any earthly concern. You can feel the subtle, almost imperceptible shift of the ship as it maintains its course, a silent ballet of precision and power. This quiet corner of the Enterprise, with its sweeping view of eternity, feels like a sanctuary, a place where thoughts can unfold gently, like unfurling sails in a soft breeze, or simply dissolve into the quiet awe of the endless journey. The hum of the ship and the silent majesty of the stars blend into a single, seamless note of profound peace, inviting a deep and restorative calm. The deep, resonant hum of the USS Enterprise carries you through its quiet heart. From the soft glow of the observation lounge, the path now leads you down a dimly lit corridor where the light panels above cast long, gentle shadows. Here, the thrumming of the ship is a little softer, a rhythmic lullaby that guides your steps. Each step is unhurried, peaceful, echoing the unhurried journey through the stars. Along the corridor walls, occasional viewports offer glimpses of the deep cosmos swirling nebulae in distant colors, or the silent, scattered dust of a star field. These celestial tapestries drift by slowly, like dreams passing beyond a window pane, their immense beauty contained within the small frame. The air is still, carrying only the faintest scent of ionized particles, and something else, something fresh and green, a subtle, earthy fragrance that hints at life. This gentle aroma strengthens as you approach a specific section. The corridor widens slightly, and the lights here take on a subtle, verdant hue, as if reflecting a hidden garden. This is a hydrophonics bay, a place where life thrives in the void, a testament to care and growth, tended by soft light and steady hands. Through a large, transparent panel, you can see rows of plants, their leaves of vibrant green, gently swaying in a silent current of air. They are bathed in the soft, purple-blue glow of specialized growth lights, creating a tranquil, almost ethereal atmosphere. It's a miniature garden, a pocket of calm and quiet growth within the vastness of the ship, a living breath in the endless night. The faint, almost imperceptible whisper of circulating water adds to the soothing quiet, a constant, gentle rhythm of life building on the gentle rhythm of circulating water. The journey continues through the ship's less traveled pathways. The soft glow of an occasional indicator light, perhaps a faint blue or amber, marks the way, a quiet reassurance in the deep dimness. Each light, a tiny beacon in the long, silent corridor, confirms the ship's deep slumber, its complex systems humming in their own gentle peace. One might notice the subtle texture of the bulkhead, cool and smooth to the touch, silent testament to Starfleet engineering, as if the very structure of the vessel breathes with you. The sound of distant, almost imperceptible air recycling whispers through the vents above, a constant, clean flow that refreshes the quiet spaces. This isn't the bustling main deck, with its vibrant colors and rapid footsteps, but a network of auxiliary passages designed for quiet maintenance and hushed transit, where shadows dance slowly with the softest light. A faint, low thrum deep within the ship's core vibrates gently through the deck plating beneath your feet, a comforting presence that speaks of immense, controlled power. It's the sound of the warp core, far away and safely contained, its energy output reduced to a soft, almost inaudible lullaby for the sleeping vessel. As you drift further, a large viewport appears, revealing the infinite blackness of space stretching out beyond the hull. Distant, unblinking stars dot the velvety expanse like silent sentinels guarding the ship's serene voyage. Nebulae too far to resolve into distinct shapes paint faint, ghostly swaths of color across the cosmic canvas. The ship glides effortlessly, a peaceful sanctuary moving through the cosmic ocean, carrying its slumbering crew safely through the night. The gentle hum of the ship, the distant stars, and the quiet corridors all merge into a singular, tranquil experience, inviting a deeper sense of rest with each passing moment. The journey continues, always gentle, always quiet, leading you further into calm. The gentle hum of the ship guides you now, a constant, soothing companion as you drift deeper into its quiet embrace. Your journey continues, taking you beyond the main thoroughfares, along a less traveled passage that opens softly into a small, auxiliary observation lounge. This peaceful alcove is rarely frequented, especially at this late hour. Here, the primary lights are dimmed to their lowest setting, casting long, soft shadows across the polished, dark gray deck plates. A few LCAR's panels glow faintly with diagnostic readouts, their soft blue and amber light pulsing rhythmically, like a slow, steady breath across the room's gentle curve. Beyond the panoramic window, the galaxy stretches out, an immense, silent canvas of distant, shimmering stars and wisps of nebulae. No sounds penetrate this thick glass barrier, only the deep, comforting silence of space, punctuated by the ship's distant, steady thrum. The vastness outside, usually a source of wonder, now settles into a backdrop of profound peace. A lone, ergonomic chair, angled perfectly towards the cosmic vista, invites a moment of tranquil contemplation. The air within this lounge is still, cool, and clean, carrying a faint, almost imperceptible scent of recycled air, a signature of life aboard a starship. This quiet corner offers a profound sense of solitude, a personal communion with the endless void cradled safely within the heart of the starship. Each twinkling star outside seems to whisper a silent lullaby, encouraging your eyes to grow heavy, your thoughts to grow soft, as the gentle rhythm of the ship lulls you deeper into calm. The distant, muted sound of the warp core, a subtle, resonant vibration, becomes a part of this serene stillness, guiding you towards profound rest. The gentle rhythm of the ship, with its soft, constant hum, continues to cradle you, a lullaby woven from the very fabric of deep space travel. That distant, muted sound of the warp core now seems to resonate through the very deck beneath you, a subtle, comforting vibration that speaks of tireless journey and unwavering purpose. you find yourself drifting, not through the void, but through the quiet, inner spaces of this vessel, a sanctuary gliding through the stars, the soft glow of the emergency lighting, a pale blue-green, paints long, shifting shadows along the corridor walls. Each shadow stretches and contracts with the ship's subtle movements, a slow, silent dance. The usual bustle of the day has long since faded, replaced by an almost reverent hush. You might notice a faint, pearlescent sheen on the metallic bulkheads, reflecting the dim lights like distant nebulae. It's a quiet beauty, born of function and peace as the ship continues its steady course. You might feel a gentle, almost imperceptible turn, a slow arc through the unknown. This shift guides your awareness towards a quiet observation lounge, its panoramic view of the starfield a breathtaking, yet tranquil spectacle. Only a few small, ambient lights are active here, casting a warm, inviting glow over the plush seating. The stars outside are not a chaotic blaze, but a serene tapestry, slowly shifting, each tiny pinpoint of light, a silent testament to the vastness and wonder of the cosmos. The hum of the ship is a soft companion, a constant reminder that you are safe, journeying through infinity, while profound rest gently draws you deeper into its embrace. The ship's gentle hum continues to resonate through the bulkheads, a lullaby of distant stars and quiet progress. You feel a sense of profound calm settling deeper within you, as if the very essence of this journey is wrapping around you like a soft, familiar blanket. The corridor outside your quarters remains dimly lit, a pathway of shadows and soft glows, inviting a quiet contemplation. Perhaps a single Alcove's panel pulses faintly in the distance, displaying minor system diagnostics, its light barely breaking the peaceful darkness, a silent guardian of the ship's slumber. As you drift, imagine moving slowly, almost imperceptibly, along this hushed corridor. Your steps are silent, a whisper against the polished deck plating. You pass closed doors, each one a sanctuary where crew members are deep in their own quiet rest, their dreams woven into the fabric of this vessel. The subtle reflections on the floor create long, stretching patterns of light and shadow that seem to flow with the ship's gentle movement through the void. There's no rush, no urgency here, just the serene, quiet rhythm of the starship, carrying its precious cargo of life and dreams. Ahead, a slight curve in the corridor gently reveals a large view screen. It isn't showing the usual bustling stars of warp speed, but a vast, silent expanse of space, an endless canvas of cosmic beauty. A distant nebula painted in soft purples, blues, and faint greens slowly unfurls across the display, its cosmic dust clouds swirling with timeless grace. There are no hard edges or sharp contrasts, just soft, blending colors that invite the eyes to rest and the mind to wander without effort. The ship holds you securely as you observe this quiet spectacle. A tiny, precious vessel carrying you through the boundless, sleeping universe. Each gentle thrum of the engine encourages a deeper release, a soft surrender to the quietude, allowing your thoughts to slow and soften, ready to dissolve into the quiet depths of sleep. The stars outside wink with patient promise, while the ship carries you further, deeper, into the embrace of restful slumber. The gentle thrum of the starship remains a steady lullaby, a constant, comforting presence as you drift deeper into its embrace. Beyond the viewports, the starfields blur into long, serene streaks, an endless tapestry of distant light hinting at journeys yet to come. But for now, all that matters is the quiet rhythm of the present moment. Here, within the heart of the vessel, the late hours bring a profound stillness. Corridors that once bustled with purpose are now bathed in a soft, ambient glow, the primary lighting having long since dimmed to conserve energy and encourage rest. Polished bulkheads reflect the muted light from occasional Alcove's panels, their data displays showing only routine system checks, a silent vigil maintained by the ship's core. Each step you might imagine taking, or each breath you quietly observe, seems to echo in the hushed space absorbed by the ship's resilient structure. The air is cool and clean, subtly recirculated, carrying no scent but the faint, reassuring hint of engineered calm. There might be an open turbolift door, inviting you into a brief, smooth ascent or descent. But for now, it simply waits, its interior softly illuminated, ready for an unseen passenger. This is the ship after hours, a vast, complex organism settling into its own form of sleep. The distant, almost imperceptible hum of warp engines is a deep, resonant whisper against the silence, a gentle throb that vibrates through the very decks beneath you. It's a sound of purpose, of journey, yet paradoxically, a sound that cradles you in profound peace. The ship breathes around you, a silent, powerful guardian, ensuring your quiet passage through the velvet dark. Let its steadfast presence guide your own thoughts to slow and soften, mirroring the ship's own quiet descent into the tranquil depths of the void. The ship, a sanctuary sailing through the boundless night, carries you deeper into its calm embrace. Your journey inward now mirrors its own quiet voyage, a gentle drift through corridors softly lit by the muted glow of Alcov's panels. Each step is unhurried, each breath a release, as the distant hum of the warp core becomes a lullaby, a constant, reassuring whisper woven into the very fabric of this vessel. You find yourself drawn further along, past silent crew quarters, where slumbering souls dream of distant stars, past laboratories now dark and still, their complex instruments resting until the morning shift. The air remains cool and fresh, circulated with a soft, almost imperceptible breeze. The scent of recycled oxygen, faintly metallic and clean, evokes a sense of deep, abiding order, a universe contained within these walls. A turn in the corridor brings you to an unexpected haven, a small, rarely used observation lounge. Its broad view screen, usually filled with tactical displays or scientific data, is now simply a window to the cosmos. The deep blues and purples of nebulae swirl gently in the distance, framing the brilliant pinpricks of countless stars. No conversation, no alarms, just the silent dance of light years away. You settle into a plush, unoccupied chair, the ergonomic design cradling you in comfort. The soft material yields to your form, and you gaze out into the profound quiet of space. The occasional twinkle of a star, the slow, majestic drift of a distant celestial body, becomes a focal point for your softening thoughts. The ship continues its steady, unperturbed course, a silent guardian traversing the cosmic ocean. Here, in this quiet corner, the universe unfolds in a serene display, a panorama of peace that invites your own mind to stillness and rest as the vastness of space continues its silent dance beyond the viewport. A gentle shift in perspective draws your awareness to the quiet interior of the vessel. You are now moving through a softly lit corridor, the polished deck underfoot absorbing any sound. The ambient hum of the ship's systems is a lullaby, a constant, low thrum that assures you of the vessel's steady journey. Walls of cool, smooth duranium stretch ahead, occasionally broken by the soft blue-green glow of an inactive LCARS panel, displaying dormant system diagnostics or a star chart in standby mode. The light is dim here, deliberately so, casting long, peaceful shadows that ripple with the subtle movements of the ship. Each step is unhurried, a quiet glide through the heart of this technological marvel. You pass by closed hatches. Their soft indicator lights a muted amber or green, suggesting slumbering quarters or inactive compartments. There's a profound sense of order and calm, a feeling that even in the deepest reaches of space, routine and tranquility prevail. Ahead, a gentle curve in the corridor leads to a small, private observation lounge, seemingly empty at this late hour. The primary view screen is dimmed, showing only a ghost of the stars, a faint, swirling nebula that appears almost painted onto the dark glass. A solitary, comfortable chair is positioned facing this muted cosmic vista, inviting quiet contemplation. The only other light comes from a single, small, softly glowing console, its buttons unlit, its screen displaying a static, abstract pattern that mimics distant starlight. The ship breathes around you, a living entity of peace, carrying you deeper into the quiet night. The gentle hum of the ship's systems continues its lullaby, a soft, rhythmic thrumming that resonates deep within the bulkheads. You gaze for a moment longer at the screen, watching the simulated starlight drift, each point a tiny, silent promise of distant wonders. Then, with a quiet sigh, you turn, your steps barely echoing on the carpeted floor as you move away from the console. The corridor ahead is bathed in a perpetual twilight, illuminated by the soft, warm glow emanating from the recessed lighting strips along the walls. As you walk, the ship feels vast and empty, yet never lonely. Only the distant, almost imperceptible whir of a turbolift, or the faint, almost unheard murmur of a system cycling somewhere far off, breaks the profound stillness. You pass a series of closed doors, each a private sanctuary for its occupant, now deep in rest. The polished metal of the handrails gleams softly in the dim light, reflecting the muted tones of the corridor. It's a path to nowhere in particular, a journey through the quiet heart of the ship itself. Ahead, a soft, ethereal blue light draws your attention. It's the entrance to a small, seldom used observation lounge, its panoramic view a window to the cosmos. The hum here is even softer, almost a whisper, as if the lounge itself is holding its breath. The starfield beyond the view screen is a tapestry of unimaginable depth, endless and serene. Small, distant nebulae glow with faint, sleepy colors, like cosmic brushstrokes across the black canvas. There is no rush, no urgency, only the vast, silent beauty of space accompanying the ship's tranquil voyage. Ship continues its silent journey, gently gliding through the cosmic tapestry. You might feel a soft, almost imperceptible pull as the vessel subtly adjusts its course, a barely perceptible shift that only adds to the sense of secure, cushioned motion. This subtle movement guides you deeper into the ship's quietude, away from the more bustling central decks. A path opens onto an auxiliary navigation station, a rarely visited nook on one of the lower, less trafficked decks. Here, the thrum of the warp core feels less like a hum and more like a deep, resonant purr, a sound that vibrates faintly, soothingly through the deck plates. The light from the distant nebulae now filters through the large, gently curved viewports of the station, casting long, soft shadows. On a single, active LCARS panel, muted blue and gold readouts display a simplified star chart, tracing the ship's slow, steady path through the galactic arm. The data streams are calm, rhythmic, without urgency. There are no flashing alerts, no urgent communications, only the quiet, continuous pulse of information flowing across the screen, a silent guardian of the ship's peaceful transit. The main console itself is mostly dark, save for the soft, persistent glow of that one panel and the deep, ethereal light from the nebulae beyond the viewport. This cosmic light paints the metallic surfaces and the dark, polished floor with shifting, sleepy hues of lavender, deep indigo, and soft rose. It is a place of profound quiet, a sanctuary within the ship's vastness, where the universe outside unfolds in silent majesty. and the ship carries you gently through its wonders. Always onward, always peaceful, the gentle, rhythmic thrum of the ship is a lullaby, a constant, reassuring presence as the USS Enterprise glides through the ink-high canvas of space. Each distant star, a tiny pinprick of ancient light, seems to whisper its own long story across the vast cosmic ocean. You are merely a quiet observer, nestled within the heart of this grand vessel, carried effortlessly onward. The corridor you find yourself in now is a less traveled artery of the ship, its lights dimmed to a soothing twilight. The polished deck gleams faintly, reflecting the soft, azure glow emanating from the occasional Alcove panel set into the bulkheads. These panels display quiet, essential data environmental readouts, distant stellar cartography, ship diagnostics, all humming along in silent, efficient harmony. No urgent alerts, no flashing indicators, just the steady pulse of a ship at peace. As you drift slowly along, the air is cool and still, undisturbed by the usual daytime bustle. You pass a small, circular alcove, often a gathering spot during the day, now empty and serene. A wide viewport here offers a breathtaking panorama of the void. Through it, nebulae swirl in silent, ethereal beauty, like painted clouds in an infinite sky. Distant galaxies, mere smudges of light, remind you of the immense scale of the universe. Yet within this ship, you are utterly safe, utterly at rest. The silence here is not empty, but filled with the soft hum of life support, the almost imperceptible drift of the ship, and the quiet dignity of a journey through the stars. It is a moment suspended, a tranquil pause in the endless voyage. The cosmos extends outward, boundless and profound, and you are a part of its silent, unfolding majesty, cradled by the Enterprise as it carries you gently through its wonders. Always onward, always peaceful, the silent, unfolding majesty of the cosmos continues to embrace the USS Enterprise, a vessel of quiet purpose drifting through the infinite. You feel the subtle, comforting thrum beneath your very being, a gentle vibration that speaks of distant engines performing their endless, tireless dance. As the ship glides onward, the soft, ambient light of an internal corridor seems to stretch ahead, a path of muted gold and cool blue. Here, the usual bustle of day-to-day operations has receded, leaving only the tranquil pulse of the Starship at rest. Along the curved wall, an Alcove's access panel glows faintly, its holographic interface displaying a cascade of diagnostic readouts in deep azure and violet. They are lines of data, numbers, and symbols that hum with silent efficiency, indicating systems running smoothly, life support stable, and shields at optimal. It's a quiet ballet of information unseen by most, yet vital to the ship's quiet journey. No urgent alerts or flashing warnings disturb this serene display. Only the steady progress of a vessel designed for exploration and peace. The corridor itself is empty, echoing only the very faintest whisper of the ship's ventilation system, a sound so constant it becomes part of the silence. Ahead, a faint, almost imperceptible shimmer of a force field indicates a rarely used maintenance junction, field holding steady, a guardian of internal systems. A soft, distant chime, almost musical, floats through the stillness, perhaps a door opening and closing far away, or a crew member passing by on a quiet errand. These are the gentle rhythms of life aboard a starship, far from any urgency. The Enterprise continues its measured pace, a silent guardian carrying you further into the gentle expanse, where even the deep machinery of space travel becomes a lullaby, guiding you deeper into soft slumber. The gentle, rhythmic hum of the ship now blends into a deep, comforting silence, as if the very vessel has quieted its breath for your rest. You are cradled in its steady embrace, a tiny speck of peace within its vast, purposeful journey. Through a nearby viewport, if you were to open your eyes just a fraction, you might glimpse the distant, silent dance of nebulae, painted in soft, cool tones against the velvet black. Each swirl and shimmer is a reminder of the universe's infinite calm, unfurling slowly, without urgency, without demand. The soft, internal lights of the corridor outside your quarters have dimmed to mere whispers of gold and blue, reflecting faintly on the polished floor, guiding no one, simply existing. The ship continues its slow, sure trajectory through the cosmic night, carrying you effortlessly, safely. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to be, but here, in this moment of quiet surrender. Feel the profound stillness settle around you, deeper than any quiet you have known. The soft vibrations of the warp drive, once a distant thrum, now feel like the slow, steady beat of a peaceful heart, a lullaby woven into the very fabric of your journey. You are secure, enveloped by the vast, protective shell of the starship, drifting through realms of dreams and starlight. Allow your thoughts to become as distant as those nebulae, your worries as faint as the corridor lights. This journey is yours now, a passage into profound rest. Surrender to the deep, soft currents of slumber. Let the gentle hum of the ship carry you entirely, completely, into the most peaceful sleep. Good night, and may your dreams be as vast and serene as the cosmos itself.